gives me.
Oh, an error occurred for LinkedIn. So we're live right
now.
now. We
Here
got a
we
problem
are.
with LinkedIn, but that's okay. Doesn't matter. All right, guys, we are officially live, I think. Scotty, do a little check. Why don't you go on over to the channel and see if we're actually live? All right, so today, here is what we are going to be going through here, or going over, and that is the new YouTube video method that's going to save hours of editing. And some of you know what we are doing right now, because this live stream is actually our recording day. And I will explain. If you're having a tough time staying consistent, showing up regularly to post videos, and it's because either you don't have a lot of time, maybe your editing is taking you 2-3 hours, which it shouldn't be. We're going to fix that. Or maybe it's you're losing that drive because the views just aren't there. We know that feeling. We've had that happen to us, and especially in the very beginning, it's really, really frustrating. But what we've done is we've created a system that allows us to produce 3 to 4 videos. So if you're posting 1 video a week, this could be all of your content for a complete month. So imagine that for a second. You show up, you record once, you get 4 videos from that, and you're able to publish every single week, the exact same time, like clockwork. And every single time that you do post a video, it is strategically created, not just to get views, but to also build your business if you have a business. So here's what I want to do. Before we get started, I want you to let me know in the comments, how many videos are you posting per week right now? Let us know that in the comments, and that way at least we can see how many videos you're putting out. And then the other thing is, if you do have anything that's hanging you up from creating steady videos and posting them on a regular basis, if there's something holding you back, we want to know about it. Because if there's one thing that I've been able to do over the years of building multiple 6- and 7-figure businesses on the back of YouTube, by the way, what's really allowed me to do that, and now Scotty, him and I have been doing this now for just over 12 months with this new channel, 1.6 million views on the channel. We've gotten over 36,000 subscribers and over 11,000 email subscribers, and has generated over $100,000 from this channel. And it's because of one thing that a lot of people can do, but what happens is they just stop. And that is, they stop because they're not seeing the results. And consistency is what I'm talking about. It's committing to showing up on a regular basis, regardless of what happens. And secondly, uploading at the exact same time. And I don't mean it has to be the exact same time, but the reason why we say that is because if you are doing that, it's going to keep you accountable. And if you do that for a long time, and I mean 12 months, and you might be saying, well, Scott, I don't want to wait 12 months. Okay, let's start with this week. Let's start with next week. Let's start with the month. Let's start with the first 90 days. Break it down however you want. But if we can show up consistently, and if we actually strategically plan this, we have a much greater chance of succeeding. And we're going to help you with all of that. Because right now, this video that you're watching, this is part of our content strategy for the week and for the month. All right. We do 4 live streams a month. You don't have to do 4 live streams a month. But like I said, we are producing 3 videos a week. Okay. 3 videos a week. How are we able to do that? And how can we do that with just spending an hour recording? Well, we're doing it right now, right in front of you. All right. So if you want to see how it's done in action, stick around, because that's what we're going to be doing. Now, let's kind of talk a little bit about what it looks like for us. I'll explain it and then we'll break it down. And then I'll share with you how you're going to see this in real time. So the first thing is, we're calling this our one take content creation method. And what I mean by that is, do you see how I just stumbled there a minute ago? You see how I just stumbled and I was kind of looking for the words? If I was recording this, I would have stopped and I would have hit start over. Anybody else do that? Am I the only one? Let me know in the comments if you start your video recording and then you don't like the way it was going, so you hit stop. How many times? A lot. We've all done it. Okay. But what this does, this is a one take. Now, I've done this also without going live. I trick myself into doing it as I can't stop it. Just keep it rolling. And I know you might be like, oh my gosh, that's so scary. Okay. But listen, if you plan, which I have a whole plan in front of me, it took me, this plan that I put together probably took me about 15 minutes. Okay. Without recording, I planned everything, got everything mapped out. And I've got this entire recording session planned out. Okay. So let me know though, in the comments right now, how long do you spend on editing your videos? Let me know that in the comments. All right. And Scotty, let me know if you see anything that we should bring up before we dive into the actual process of what it looks like to put all this together.
I got you on that. Yeah. So yeah, this hack though is insane. And honestly, guys, like I think too, I just wanted to share this real quick is because I did see some people say, yes, me, right? Like about the restart and all of that. Like that's the thing. I think that you put a lot of pressure on yourself when you do put the camera up and you have to stop and start and do all that. And then tell me if I'm wrong, at the end of doing all that recording, right? You're always like, now I got to go through the video and find all the spots where I messed up. And now I got to edit it out and trim it. And this, I'm like, I'm overwhelmed now. I don't know what to do. Right. So like this kind of like eliminates all of that and makes you feel like less stress. Okay. Especially because again, there's ways we're doing this to make it even super easier on the editing as well. I'm saying 12 to 15 minutes max to edit. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So here's what I want to say. So like right now, and I'm actually pulling up my outline. So like right now, I am not going to read from a script, although I do have notes, and those notes keep me on point. And they also, one thing that we do on every single video, if you notice any of the videos that we have put out, they all lead with a title and a hook. All right. And usually the title is the hook. Okay. So you don't have to worry about like, I have to do this crazy like intro and stuff. Like you can, but personally, I don't want to have to do that. Now, what we did try to do in the past, right? So some of you know, we had other channels. I had my first channel that I grew to, I think it was like 16,000 subscribers. This is going back like 15 years ago, but that did over $100,000 multiple years in a row. And then I built another one to 100,000 subscribers. And we grew that to over 7 figures in revenue, multiple years in a row. And I was producing a lot of content. Scotty was editing for the last 5 years, was editing videos, and he was spending 4 to 5 hours of video because that's what we thought had to be done, but it kind of did have to be done at the time. Because at the time, like those videos to keep attention there was needed. But then what we realized, and really just from burnout, was like, I can't keep doing this. And he was like, it's a lot of work. And so then all of a sudden we started to play with the idea of like, let's do videos that's more like this. There's not a lot of B-roll. There's not a lot of like slide-ins and sound effects and all of that stuff. Like what would happen if we just showed up, we delivered really good content, and we didn't worry about any of that stuff? Does our audience really care? Now, there are some tricks that you can do really quick too. They're really not hard that you can do to keep engagement. You know, like little subtle things, like you'll do like a little jump cut, like where I would be here and then in a second I would jump a little bit and then I would jump back, right? You can do that type of stuff, but it's not 100% necessary, although there are tools out there that make it super easy. But what I realized was I want to be able to not have to go through, like we used to do a live stream and I would do it once a week, just like we're doing here every single week, like clockwork. And then what we would do is I'd say, hey, Scotty, go find a chunk in there that we can pull out and use that as a dedicated video. And we were doing it, and it was really hard because it was hard to find like a good spot that was a good hook in the beginning. And then where does it end? And so then I was like, you know what? We were looking at our analytics and we realized that it didn't matter. Like if we, like on our other channel, we would have sometimes 300, 400 people on live. Okay. And, you would look at the analytics and you go, oh, most people stay for about 12 to 15 minutes on an hour live stream. So then we're thinking to ourselves, so there's like 30, 40 minutes, because we would go an hour to an hour and a half. There's like 30, 40 minutes that no one was really ever going to watch, but it was there. So it was kind of like you created the content, but not a lot of people are going to make it that deep in there. So I was like, what if we did this? What if I plan these out strategically, that where we had like 3 subtopics? Or think about like the late night show with like Jimmy Fallon. They have bits. They have different sections. The news has different sections. What if we strategically did this? What if we like mapped it out ahead of time and we had our hook in our title, a brand new title, and we had an ending that we drove people to another video to get them to what we call binge loop or binge looping, whatever you want to call it, which is where they binge more of your content. And so we were like, what if we did that? And so we did it on the other channel and it was working great. I was showing up for about an hour every single week, once a week. And then Scotty would go in, grab those clips, front clip, back clip, thumbnail, done. Like really, really minimal editing. And it was working. And so then we started this channel, and this channel was kind of like a little bit of a test, a little bit of an experiment. And we were doing dedicated videos. And then I said to Scotty, I'm like, I'm starting to feel like I did back then. Why don't we go back to what we were doing? Because it was working so well. And he's like, yeah, let's try it. So we did, and it's been working. And guess what? We're producing regular content. I only have to show up once per week. Okay, just like I'm doing right now. So if you're watching this on the replay, this is my one time a week to show up here. I get to also engage with some people, right, in the comments. So if there's people watching this right now, you can go ahead and comment down below. Comment down below and let me know if you're here live. Just say live down below. Now, if you're watching this in the replay, you won't see those comments, by the way, because those are like live stream comments. If you're here on the replay, just put replay down below. All right? Just do that. So that way there you can kind of see what I'm talking about, because I'm able to now connect with my community, but also I get to create a week's worth of content for us. Now, for you, it might be 1 video a week. So if you're doing today, like today's, you'd be able to get 4 clips out of it. And I'm not talking short clips. I'm talking like they could be like 5 minutes to 15 minutes. And then they're dedicated. They got their own title. They got their own thumbnail. They got their own intro. They got their own calls to action. Like all of that stuff, because they're predetermined in a sense to where we strategically planned these. Okay. And so that's what I would love for you to get behind. And it's something actually that we're going to be teaching in a workshop coming up. We've had some of our clients, and some of them might be on here right now, but we've had some of our clients that go, are you going to teach us that? And we're like, yeah, I think we're going to do a workshop. So we're going to create a workshop and we are going to give it to them, but we're also going to let people in on it, and they don't have to pay a crazy amount to attend the workshop. So we're going to be doing that. If you are interested in that, you want to make sure that you're definitely on our email list. So that way there you hear about that. And you might be wondering, how do you get on that email list? The best way right now would probably be to, I would say, download our 100K roadmap. You'll get a 100K roadmap. It's our blueprint that we've been following and we've been sharing with our clients and our students. And if you'd like to get a copy of that, put 100K down below and you'll get that, but you'll also be on our email list and you'll hear about our upcoming workshop, which we're going to be announcing here this week. All right. So you're the first to hear about it. We'll talk a little bit about it later too. All right. Because there is a process. There is a system. This is our system. I only show up here once per week, 60 minutes. Scotty will spend maybe 15 minutes on the edits, and that's it. Okay. So I might spend an hour. He might spend 30 to 45 minutes, depending on how many episodes we pull out of it. Okay. So I want you guys to keep that in mind. All right. So with that being said, let me just kind of go through and show you what it takes to pull this off. And I don't want you to think to yourself right now that you have to go live, because you don't. But if you do go live, it doesn't even matter if you have anybody watching, because this right here that we're creating is a dedicated video and counts as one video, because you're going to see that this video right here, once we're done with this live, there might be 25, 30 people that watched it live on here. Actually, there's usually more than that. It's like maybe concurrently we'll have like 25 to 40-ish. But afterwards, you look at your analytics, there might have been 150 people that came in and then they bounced out. They came in and then they bounced out. But then after that, that video takes a whole nother journey. It goes out there and it just stays live. It stays not live, but it stays live on our channel, to where now we'll have people that will be commenting 3 months from now, 6 months from now. This thing has the potential to get 1,000 views, 10,000 views, 100,000 views. And we've had some live streams that have gotten, gosh, on my other channel, over 80,000 views, okay, from a live stream. And we're able to pull out those clips and use those. All right. And these are not like, you're not going to take this and drop it into a tool like Opus Clips and say, find me the hot clips. We've tried all that. Does not work as well at all. All right. And we're not doing shorts. We're not pulling shorts from this. These are going to be dedicated clips. They're going to be 5 to 15 minutes, and they are designed to be a complete video. All right. A complete video. All right. And there's not a lot that you have to do for this other than follow these 7 steps that I'm going to give you right now. All right. So with that being said, let's jump in. So the very first thing, in order to create your 1-hour content creation system, is you need to focus on the titles. All right. And the topics. What are those going to be? Okay. So before you even think about going and recording and you know, like, what are you going to say or anything like that? The first thing we need to decide is, what are the topics and the titles? And now we look at these like content buckets. So right now we are focusing on helping business owners grow on YouTube to get more leads. That's what we're focusing on. So we still can talk about how to get, you know, more traffic, more views on YouTube, but we're also going to be talking about how that relates to a business. So that's like a bucket, right? A bucket of like helping businesses use YouTube to get attention, to grab attention, to get their audience. Okay. That's like one bucket. The other bucket might be like, okay, let's talk about some things that creators need to know, like algorithm updates. Okay. That's another thing. Like, what's some news related to YouTube that creators would need to know and that business owners would also need to know? So that's another bucket. And then the other one is like, maybe, okay, let's talk about how we turn views into sales for businesses. It's another bucket. So now we have like these 3 buckets that we're going to focus on right now. That doesn't mean that's the only buckets that we can focus on, but those are the 3 that we're going to focus on like right now. Okay. Now for today, and I'll give you these right now. All right. So the first is the main topic. That's this right here. So we already created this. Actually, I created this out by the pool this morning. I was sitting there having my coffee with my wife, as I do in the mornings when it's beautiful weather like we have here in the summer in South Carolina. And I basically said, all right, I'm going to take 15 minutes. I'm going to outline this right now. Okay. And so the first one was, okay, I'm going to explain this new method that's going to save hours of editing, because I know a lot of people hate editing. All right. And let me know in the comments, do you enjoy editing? And if so, that's cool. But do you enjoy editing for 6 hours on one video? All right. If you could cut that in half or cut it down to only less than an hour for the whole week or the whole month, would that be cool? Let us know that in the comments. So the first is the main topic, and we came up with that. So you have to come up with your main topic, and that's your title. So the title for this one is, this new YouTube video method will save hours of editing. Okay. So that's a nice title. It gets your attention, and the word new is always intriguing. And I learned this from my other brand creators, that we were publishing content on e-commerce stuff. And whenever I would put something in there with new, and then whether it was Etsy or whether it was Amazon, that audience wants to know what is new. Okay. Everyone wants to know what is new. So that's the title there. Now I've already outlined it. I'm running through that. I'm in my bullet point number 1 right now. And I've got 6 more. All right. So bear with me. All right. But the next subtopic that we're going to talk about here today. All right. And this is my second one on my list that I've already created. It's this. It's going to be a recap of this right here. Because right now I've been going for 21 minutes since I started this live stream. I want to create now a condensed version of this. So it's going to be like a recap that I'm going to do of this in probably 5 to 7 minutes. Okay. Maybe 8 minutes. And the title is, no time to create YouTube videos for your business? Do this. So you see how I layered in there, YouTube, videos, no time. And then I have for your business. So now I'm calling out business owners. Okay. And if you read that, you're like, oh yeah, I would love to know how to create, videos if I don't have time, because I'm always strapped for time. I don't put out a video because I got busy and 3 weeks goes by and I haven't posted a video. Okay. We want to get you to be consistent. So that's that one. That's going to be coming. All right. And then the next one after that is going to be the exact video strategy to make 100K from YouTube. A little bit more generic, but still how to make money using YouTube. And it's a strategy, and it's the exact strategy that we're going to cover. And I've already got this mapped out. I've got 5 bullet points I'm going to share. All right. And then we have the last one I'm going to be talking about. This is a good one, by the way, is secret weapon for an algorithm-free YouTube channel. In quotes, it's not what you think. Want to stick around for that one, right? Well, that's going to be a dedicated video too. So I'm going to cover that here today. I'm going to record it here today. I'm going to share it with you live here today. And that's going to become its own thumbnail, its own title, its own intro, its own video. That's going to lead people to another video. I just created another asset out of this asset that we're watching right now, or that we're doing right now. All right. You see how powerful that is? I mean, is this a light bulb moment for anyone? Let me know in the comments. Is this a light bulb moment? Is this something you're like, wow, that would be amazing? All right. And also let us know in the comments, what are your concerns with this? What are the things that would hold you back in doing this? 1 hour a week. All you got to do is map it out, take 15 minutes, map it out, and be able to do that. Let me know in the comments. All right. So let's get back to it. So that's my bullet point number 1, right? So bullet point number 2, and my second thing I want to share with you is creating the outline for each episode, right? Each video. And what we use is we call it a content sandwich. Now, this is really, really important. And I'm going to show you how this works. The content sandwich looks like this. Usually it's going to be 3 to 5 bullet points. Okay. So we get right into the content. We're not going to dilly-dally. We're going to get right into the content. And you'll see with these follow-up videos that I'm going to be doing, they're the segments. You're going to see how I'm not going to have as much as the live stream, how I kind of like talked a little bit more and stuff. I won't be doing that, because those are going to be like open, intro, get into it. Like that's it. Like click, 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 right in. So the content sandwich looks like this. The very first thing we're going to do is we're going to cover the value of that content. So we're going to dig right in. So like right now we've got, we've got 7 here, right? So right now I'm about in that part where I want to put in, I've already talked a lot of value, right? I've given you you got to have your titles, you got to create your outline. And now we're getting into the content sandwich. And you might be like, okay, cool. But now there's another piece in here that I'm going to layer inside of this content sandwich. And what that basically is a call to action. It's going to be a freebie. I got to take a sip of water, Scotty.
Uh-oh.
That happened last time.
And we're only 23 minutes in.
We're only 23 in.
2 sips.
All right. So on that part right there. So what we want to do is we want to have a call to action. We want to give away a free resource. So in this case, right now, our purpose, and if you're a business owner, your purpose is to educate, help people, but then also get them deplatformed, get them over to your email list. And we've been doing that since day 1 here on this channel, about day 1, I'd say. We've been delivering the value. The collecting of the emails probably took us about the 2nd or 3rd month in, a little bit longer than we should have waited, by the way. But basically, we're giving a free resource. So a free resource, I'll demo this right now. Our Steady Leads playbook. So this right here, we created this, and we created a free training that we did for a group of coaches. We recorded it. It's about 2 hours, and we're giving it away for free. And if you would like a copy of that, all you need to do is just comment leads down below. Just comment leads down below. We'll see that comment, and then we will send it to you. Okay. And you can have access to it for free. Why would we do that? Because we want to build a relationship with you. And if you like what you see in there and you want help implementing it, we might be able to work together. That's it. Okay. No secret. Like that's what we're doing there. Right. But that's the part of the sandwich that we have to add something in there that allows that person to get more value off platform so we can build a better relationship, a deeper relationship with them off platform. We call it deplatforming. And then that way there's no way that an algorithm is going to get in the way, because now we can directly communicate with you. Okay. So that's that piece right there, is that content sandwich. All right. And then from there, we finish up that content. So we go from, like, let's say that it was 5 points or 5 steps or something. The first 2 would explain those 2. The third one would be probably aligned with the lead magnet, right? Or the freebie. All right. And then from there, we'd move on to 4 and 5. Okay. And then we would be able to wrap up that video. Okay. But every single video would have this way for someone to join your email list. And now we're deplatforming. And then that way there, we're using YouTube as the engine, but we're taking those people and we're able to build a relationship off of the platform. And that way there, if something happens to our channel, or maybe we start to lose views and the algorithm hit us, like whatever it is, we don't have to worry about it because we've got people on our email list. All right. The third piece in here is go live or hit record. So once we have the topics and the titles, we got them figured out, we create the outline for each one, which is only like 3 to 5 bullet points. That's literally all that I have here. And then from there, we just go live or we hit record. For us, we hit live because we like to show up and communicate with our audience live. We get really good feedback, but we also, like for me, I kind of feed off of other people's energy, or I feel as though like if I'm on, I'm on. I can't start and stop. But if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. I do encourage you to do it though. And then what it'll do is it'll allow you to just keep going. There's no starting and stopping. Like, well, it would be weird if I go, all right, guys, I didn't like the way that I just said that. Let me start over again. Okay. I'm going to start over. That would be weird, right? To have to do that every time, because I might have to do that 10 times, right? So we're not going to do that. This forces us to just get to it and move on, even if we didn't say something properly. And we can just make fun of ourselves if we want to. I do it all the time. So the third thing is go live, hit record. The fourth is you want to start and end each segment with an intro and then what's next. So you're going to see as we go through this what I mean. So the next one would be like the next video that I have up, the topic and the title is going to be no time to create YouTube videos for your business. Do this. So I might start that video and be like, hey, listen, if you don't have a lot of time to create YouTube videos, that might be holding you back. Well, you know what? I'm going to share with you how to fix that in this video. And I'm going to share with you 5 steps that you can literally start to use today that'll help you create content faster without having to edit it as much as you are right now. Sound good? Good. Let's get into it. Boom. That would be the intro. That's it, right? I got the hook in there. All right. So that's the fourth thing. And the ending actually of that, and I'll demonstrate this as we go through it. You'll see it in real time. At the ending of that video, I'm also going to want to not say, all right, guys, I hope you got a great value. Thank you so much. Like this, comment, do all that stuff. And I'll see you next video. You know, you don't want to do that because people are going to drop immediately. So what I like to do is I like to end on something that is going to help them even more on one of the things that I talked about. So, and you'll see this in the next bit. Okay. But basically then you literally will be on just like this. And you'll be like, so if you struggle with what to say or how to say it, well, guess what? I shot a video right here that shows you how to outline your next video and be able to deliver it with confidence. Watch that video next and I'll see you there. Boom. That's it. Done. End of the video. Okay. And you'll see it in real time. Like I said, I'm going to do that. All right. And then 5, the 5th step here is to finalize it and download your video. So as soon as we get done here today, this thing is going to reside in StreamYard. That's the tool that we use. It's going to have a high definition version. So even if this goes a little wonky, like my internet might go out, Scotty's might go out, and we get a little bit of like a blurriness or a bad connection, we're recording it in the cloud, but on another server. So this way here, when we're all done, we got a clean version that recorded on my side and on his side. And then this way here, we can just pull down that recording and now it's clean, real clean. And then we take that as our main video source. And then Scotty can go in and go, okay, subtopic 2, subtopic 3, subtopic 4, chop, clip, done, right? Like literally not that hard. Okay. So that's the finalization of the video. As soon as I hit end here, though, by the way, I'm done. Like, I'm done. Okay. And yeah, you might say, well, Scotty does the other part. Yeah, but you can hire a VA to do what he's doing. Not discrediting what he's doing, but I'm just saying, like, you could get someone else to do it, or you can just spend the half hour to 45 minutes and do it yourself, right? Not that hard. Then the sixth part of this is, once we do that, we chop those clips up. Now we need a thumbnail. We already got the titles. Remember, we already planned out the titles. We already did that. Okay. So then what do? We get a thumbnail. That thumbnail is going to be brand new from the live stream. And then from there, the seventh thing is we're going to do simple edits and upload to YouTube on the YouTube channel. And in some cases, we're going to schedule it ahead of time, because why not? Just schedule it to the time that you want to be consistent. All right. For us right now, it's typically either 10 o'clock or 12 o'clock. Like, that's generally the times that we're doing it. And that's it. So like right now, we have a live stream. It's going right now. You're watching this. If you're on the replay, you're watching the replay. So that's a video. It stands all by itself. The next one that's going to come is going to be our Wednesday episode. That's going to be pulled from this. And then Fridays is going to be pulled from this. And then we're going to have an extra one that could go the following week as a backup. So now we can start building a catalog of some resources that if we go on vacation, guess what? We'll have 3 or 4 in the queue that we can actually queue up if we want to. All right. So that's how it all works. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, okay, but Scott, like, you're recording something and then you're just posting it again. Isn't YouTube going to get upset with you? No, because it's a new piece of content, because you pulled out a chunk that's going to make it easier for someone to digest that wouldn't have seen it otherwise. So people that are like, well, yeah, but aren't people going to get mad because you posted something? They didn't see it. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't see it. So don't stress about that. I don't think I've had anybody say, Scott, I am upset that you pulled a clip out of a live stream that you did that was 40 minutes in and you reposted it. I'm really upset with you. If anything, I might have someone that says, I was on the live stream and I'm so glad that you created that other piece, because now I was able to go back to it and see it and go through it and learn from it and not have to go through the whole thing. So if anything, there's a positive to it. All right. So Scotty, do we have any questions on that before we jump in? We've got recording to do here, so we're going to be queuing up the next video. I'm going to take a sip of water. Do we have any questions on this?
Michaela said, if you're brand new, what video would you direct them to, even if you recorded 3 at a time? Or no, she said, even if I record 3 at a time, I wouldn't release all 3 at once. Yeah, you'd spread them out throughout the week. As far as what to direct them to, so what I would do is, if you're brand new, you haven't posted any videos yet, right? Right now, don't worry about the end as much, because the amount of people staying to the end isn't as much right now. However, what I would do is that first video, that's going to be right now, that's going to be your video that you're going to have people go to. Yep, switch me over. That's the video you're going to have people go to. So you're going to, let's say you create 3 videos. That first video is one that you're not going to have that ending to, right? You're just not going to have that ending. If you want to put something, you can just say, hey, if you guys want to check out more videos like this, I have more on, how to grow your channel in whatever, a year. And I can have a playlist here. I can even just put a playlist of things around the topic if you don't have a direct thing. But what I would do is just have that first video be the one that you want people later on to direct to. And so now video 2 and 3 is going to talk about that video at the end, that title. And then you're going to be like, and I have that video over here. Go ahead, check it here, and I'll see you there. And then now you have that. But in the beginning, it's just really building the catalog. Once you build the catalog, then yeah, you have it. And for us, we want to point people to videos that have our lead magnet in it that's gonna attract the right audience. So for us, it's more of that rather than just putting to any video.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I would say, like you said, Scotty, just even if, like, let's say that you have these videos that are going to be created, you could always direct people to the video that's not there yet. It might not, you might direct people there and you can just pop something there that is not even, you could just say, if you already have some other videos, you can just post something random. Or if you don't have any videos, there just won't be anything there.
Yeah, it's fine.
Like, until you put it there, which will be in 3 days or something, right? Mm-hmm. Or a week. And then after you do it, it's going to be there forever, or until you want to change it. So I wouldn't worry about that. Okay. Let's see. And then, yeah, like this, that puts you under massive pressure to create a perfect first video. Let's see here. No, I don't. I'm not sure if I understand.
It's not, there's no pressure there. Cause again, you don't have to put anyone to any video. All I'm saying is right now, whatever your first video is, later on, you can have people go to that video at the end. That's
Yeah.
it. It doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, it could be the worst video ever and you can still direct people to it. It doesn't matter. But it's more of start with that. So now you have some, because you're saying you're starting from scratch. Okay.
Yeah.
Now some of us aren't starting from scratch. So then it's like, okay, direct people to where you want to direct them to.
Right.
But if you're starting from scratch, you need to have something there. And like I said, another way around it, you have a playlist. So talk about the playlist that's very general, that as you go on, you're going to be adding to that playlist, right? So in a week from now, all 3 videos are going to be in that playlist, and now it all, is related.
Right. Okay, cool. And we've got some other questions and stuff. We'll get to those. But let's go ahead. We got work to do here, guys. All right, here we go. And you guys are going to be able to sit in on this. So this is how that break would happen. All right. And it doesn't matter. Like, we're teaching this, but if you weren't teaching this, you could say, all right, guys, in today's live stream, I'm going to be talking about this, 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 and this. And then you just set it up. And then you're like, boom, start and stop. Take a sip of water and go, all right, guys, we're going to get into the next bit. And then boom, you get into it. All right. So here's how it's going to work. I'm going to do that right now. So Scotty, get me in full screen. There you go. And here we go. No time to create YouTube videos for your business? Well, I know the feeling. And here's the deal. I'm going to help you create videos so simple, you could probably create 3 to 4 videos in an hour or less. I have your attention? Well, you're going to want to stick around for this one, because I'm going to break down a strategy that we've been using now to create 3 videos per week with just about an hour that I am taking every single week. So let's get into it. There are 7 steps that make up this strategy. But let me kind of go over what we call the one-take YouTube video creation method. We probably all do this when we are shooting videos. We start and we don't like the way it sounded, so we stop. Then we start and then we stop. Let me know in the comments if that sounds familiar to you or not. It's happened to me plenty of times. But what if you hit record and you could not stop and you just had to keep plowing through? You had to keep going. You probably would be a little nervous doing that, but you'd still get it done. But then you'd be saying, well, okay, Scott, that sounds good and all, but I'm going to run out of things to say, or I'll forget what I had to say. We have a solution to that. All right. So what we do here is we show up every single week right here on this channel. And I guess some people would say we batch record, but we do it in a different way. It's actually, it's pretty fun, because we're able to do it in front of a live audience. Now, if you say, oh, Scott, I don't want to do it in front of a live audience, don't do it in front of a live audience. Pretend that you have a live audience. And once you hit record, you can't stop. That's the trick. Okay. But I'm also going to show you how it's so easy to do if you plan it correctly. And there is a strategy behind it. All right. So here is the 7-step process that we use. Number 1, we're going to choose the topics and the titles first. So we're going to map this whole live stream, this whole batch recording session, however you want to phrase it. And you want to outline this thing first. That's the magic. Okay. Because then we don't have to worry about what we're going to say or what we're going to talk about. And it's a lot easier to take these videos and cut them up later, which we'll get to. All right. So the first thing is we got to come up with our topics and our titles first. And we want these to have a hook. All right. So for example, this title right here today, no time to create YouTube videos for your business, do this. So if you're someone that doesn't have a lot of time and you do have a business, or you're just a YouTube creator and you want to create more videos, that's going to get your attention. I mean, you're still watching this right now, so it's got your attention. So that's what we want to do there, is we want to make sure we have good titles, good topics that are going to attract our audience. All right. So number 2 is we need to create that outline, and we need to use what we call a content sandwich. Scott, what the heck are you talking about? Well, let me explain. So we are going to deliver that intro hook right away, just like I did in this video. And if you want to see it done, go back, watch the beginning of this. You'll see it in real time. So what we want to do is, in this video, we have 7 steps or 7 things that I'm going to cover. So what we want to do is early on in that, I say within the second or third, I'm going to want to mention a free resource that will also help you, okay, implement what we're talking about, or something that's important. So in doing this, every video that we create, you want it to serve a purpose. And we look at these as like evergreen assets. We are building our email list for our business. If you're a business owner, you know what I'm talking about. Building an email list, that's the lifeblood of your business. I mean, this channel right here, we've been building our email list for under a year, over 11,000 email subscribers, and YouTube paid us $11,000 to do it, and we've earned over $100,000 from that email list. So if you're not building an email list, you should be. And actually, I've got a free resource that will show you exactly how to do it. We call it our Steady Leads Playbook. And if you would like to get a copy of that playbook, it's about 25 pages. And we also taught this to a group of coaches, about 38 of them to be exact. And it was about 2 hours long. We're giving that away for free. And if you would like to get access to that, just comment leads down below. Once again, just comment leads down below and we'll send it to you. All right, free. All right, so right there, I want to time out. That's part of the content sandwich. That's the kind of like the middle part of it. See how I just added a free resource there? That is very helpful, by the way. And so now you may go ahead and say leads down below and you'll get that resource. And now we're building our email list. In the same thing, every video will have that in the content sandwich. But then we're going to move right into the next piece of that sandwich, or the layers in there. And that's going to be, we're going to finish off with more content, more value. All right. So let's move into the third thing. We need to go live or hit record. Either one works. We like going live because if we're doing this in front of a live audience, I can't really start and stop. It would be kind of weird. So if I say a word wrong, or if I can't remember what I was going to say, it's okay. All right. We just keep rolling with it. We keep plowing through. But if you don't want to go live, a little nervous, just hit record and pretend you can't turn it off, and you just got to keep plowing through. All right. And it'll get easier as you do it, as long as you follow what we're talking about here. Plan it out ahead of time. Outline that thing. All right. So number 4 is we want to start and end each segment, okay, of that live recording. All right. We want to map it out. So this way here we have a start and we can literally end it. So we are directing people to the next video. And I'm going to demonstrate that here shortly. All right. So we want the intro. We want to hook people, want them to stick around. Then we want to direct them where to go next so they can binge loop on our content, or make it a little bit snackable. I like to look at it like it's a little snack. We're just going to keep giving them a little more snacks, help them a little bit more. All right. So the 5th is finalize and download the video. Now we're using a tool called StreamYard to do this because we are doing this live. If you would like to try StreamYard, by the way, we are an affiliate for it. You will buy us a cup of coffee. You can go in the description and you can check out that link down below and you can try it for free. But that's what we're using. And the reason why is because it allows us to go live, but it also allows us to record at a high quality HD level. And then we get to take that finalized recording and then we get to cut it up. All right. And that's it. So that's what we're doing there. We're finalizing and downloading the video. All right. Then number 6, now that we have all of those videos kind of mapped out inside of that one stream or that one recording session, now we have to create thumbnails for them, right? Well, it's a dedicated video. It's going to be a brand new video. So we have to create a thumbnail that aligns with our title. And then we're ready to go on to step number 7. And that is, we're going to do some very simple edits, and then we're going to upload to YouTube channel, and then we're going to schedule it for publishing. And that's it. That's the process. Those simple edits too, by the way, I'm talking trim where you want to start because you've already planned it, and then you want to end it where you want to end it. And you'll know exactly where that is because you're going to follow this process. And if you want to come back here and watch it, you can see exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm going to show you right now. So one of the hardest things that people have with doing anything for video, even just this process, is coming up with good titles. And that's where a lot of people struggle, but that's one of the most important parts. And it's where most creators struggle. And that's why I created a video right here that shows you how to create titles that grab your audience's attention, and it will really fulfill on your promise. So watch that video next, and I'll see you there. You see how that worked? Right there. Watch that video next. cut. And there you go.
Boom.
And that was a recap.
Yeah, and that's just the recap. So real quick, Just Me asked earlier, so if it's your first video, how can you get people on the live stream if you don't have an email list yet? Well, here's the thing. Okay. First of all, you don't need an email list to go live. Okay. When we started this channel, we didn't have an email list for this channel at all.
No.
Started from zero. Okay. So keep that in mind. Next thing, guys, you don't even need a viewer to go live. Yeah. No, seriously. Live stream. You don't need a viewer. When I say that the reason behind this is to create the content and make it easier on you, it's for the content purpose, not necessarily the live viewer. So yes, are we grateful we have 20 something people on right now? Absolutely. It's great. You guys get to interact with us. Cool. Okay. If none of you were on and it was only one person, which hint, if you guys go back to the beginning of our channel, you'll see that. And we probably mentioned in there, we only have one person on, and we still recorded it. We still batched it. It's the same thing. So again, it's just that's why we call Monday our recording day. It's not, we don't even call it our live stream day. It's our recording day. And so it doesn't matter if you have one viewer, if you have 100 viewers, you're going to do the same thing every time, because it's just your way of not stopping and starting. It's just going. You're just going the whole time, and then you're done. That's it.
It'll get easier too, guys. The more you do, I mean, it's like anything, right? It's like the more you practice, the better you're going to get at it, and you'll be more comfortable with it.
And let's be honest too, when you have less viewers on, it's going to be even easier, because you're like, oh, not a lot of people are watching me anyway. Who cares, right? I'm just going to shoot
exactly.
It, right? So it's actually easier when you have no one watching you in the beginning, because you're not looking at the number of how many people are actually paying attention. But yeah, so as far as, do you need an email list? No. Do you need any viewers? No. You're just going to go up there. That's your recording day. You're going to get it done. You're going to have your topics all ready to go. And then just like he just did, you're going to get it that start, and then you're going to get that end where you're, having your end screen pop up, and that's it.
Yeah. And like I said, guys, like we've been sharing this with our some of our students and our clients, and we've had them ask, like, are you gonna like break it down, show us like how you're doing it in the live stream, how you're doing the edits, like what's your process, like how are you doing that? And we are gonna do that, but we're like, maybe we should just do like a workshop, a really like low ticket workshop to show exactly what we are doing. Let us know in the comments if that's something you'd be interested in. And just, if you want, down below, just put content. Just put content or workshop. Maybe workshop works better. Just put that down below so we'll see. I mean, we had a lot of people that have asked us to do it. We're pretty sure we're going to do it. And it will be detailed out, where we'll literally show like how we are setting this up, how we're scheduling the live stream, how we are, after we're done with it, what's it look like? How did we plan all of these, and kind of walk you through like that. And I've also got something pretty cool too that I'm going to share that I've built that has helped me using some AI. So we got that to look forward to as well. So anyway, all right, Scotty, we ready to roll here?
Yeah, round 2.
All right, let's go. Here we go. All right, let's get into the next one, which this will be a fun one. And here we go. All right. Pull this over. And there we go. Now, see, guys, I'm getting myself set up right now. We're 50 minutes in. If someone was here right now and they saw this, they're probably going to stick around to see what the next one is, or they might just drop, and that's okay, right? Because right now I'm getting ready for this video. Is going to be a dedicated video. All right. So here we go. All right, in this video, I'm going to share with you the exact video strategy to make 100K from YouTube. And if you're a business owner, this is how you can add an additional 100K to your business. So I'm excited to share this with you, because in the last 12 months on this channel, which is fairly new, it's just over a year old, we've generated over $115,000, and YouTube paid us $11,000 to build our email list to now over 11,000 active email subscribers, which is pretty amazing. All right. So yes, we've gotten 36,000 subscribers from YouTube, which is amazing, but we all know that the algorithm can make it so we can't reach those 36,000. But we can reach those 11,000 on a regular basis. There's no algorithm in our way. So how did we do it? Well, I'm going to share with you 5 steps on what we did. So let's get into it. Number 1, laser focused on one niche and something extremely important, and that is solving one problem. So many people try to go on YouTube and they want to be, a resource for everyone in the market. Like, I'm a fitness coach. I'm going to help teenagers. I'm going to help the elderly. I'm going to help seniors. I'm going to help 30-year-olds. I'm going to help everyone. That's not going to get you attention because you're competing against a lot of other people that are doing the same darn thing. So what we want to do is we got to get laser focused. We actually helped one of our clients recently do this, who is in the fitness space, and he was getting about 50 views, 100 views, maybe 200, 300 views. And then he started focusing in, kept showing up. And he had a video take off, over 500,000 views, built his channel to well over 15,000, maybe even 20,000 now. And he built his email list from that. And from that one video, the last I checked, over 3,000 email subscribers, which is insane because we got narrow, right? We got narrow and we focused on one problem, which he helps people over 40 build muscle. Okay. So laser focused. Number 2, we want to create consistent YouTube content. I can't stress this enough. So many people they'll get all excited about, I'm going to be a YouTube channel. I'm going to be a creator. I'm going to get out there, and you get all happy and excited because you think you're going to get a lot of views. And then you start, and guess what? The views don't come in and you get frustrated and you stop. Okay. What I would like you to do, and I would challenge you to do, is give yourself 6 months and stick to it with at least a minimum of 1 video per week. Now, we do 3 videos per week, and I'm going to share with you a little bit later on how you can do it in about an hour a week. 3 videos. I'm not talking YouTube shorts. We don't do those. We're talking videos between 5 and 15 minutes, and I'll share that with you here shortly. So stick around for that. All right. Now, the third thing is we create a free resource and we mention it in every single video. I'm going to give you an example right now, and this is going to be meta. All right. So here's what we do. We build our email list from each video that we put out. Like I said earlier, we built an email list of over 11,000 people. How did we do it? Well, we followed what we call our steady leads playbook. It's where we're doing exactly what we're doing right now, but we strategically have a free resource that we mention in every video, just like I'm going to do right now. If you would like to get steady leads, build your email list for your business, or you want to start a business and you want to build that email list. Well, I've got that free resource for you where I'll give you the steady leads playbook that we have followed in so many of our clients. And I'll give it to you for free. It's about 25 pages, goes through the entire strategy. And if that wasn't good enough, I'm going to also throw in a private workshop that we taught this to a group of coaches, about 38 of them. And we recorded it. It's about 2 hours long. You can get access to that as well. If you'd like to get that, just put leads in the comments. Once again, just put leads in the comments and we'll send you access to all of that. All right. No strings attached. Why would I do that? Because we want to help you. And if we help you, guess what? You might want us to help you implement it. And then, yeah, we can work together, but you don't have to. It's a free resource. All right. We're all about giving value well in advance of ever asking for anything. So if you want that, just put leads down below. All right. So you see what I just did there? Call a little timeout. We created a free resource that will help our ideal, audience. And then we just mentioned it. This is going to live in this video. You're not going to remove this from the video. It's kind of hard coded in there. And we want to do that in every single video. So right there was a perfect example of that. Okay. The fourth is we want to add engagement cues. All right. We want to do this in our videos, but we also want to do it in our community posts. Man, oh man, I'll tell you, our community posts, they do so well. And the reason why is because they're an easy way for people to engage. You want to use polls. You want to use quizzes. You want to use, hey, tell me how many videos you posted last week. Like very simple stuff. If you're a guitar teacher, we have one of our clients who teaches guitar. How many times did you practice last week? Right. And then you put in there once, twice, 3 or more times, and then they just select. And that's a way for you to get engagement from your audience. All right. It's a whole nother algorithm, by the way. All right. And then the other thing is we just mentioned our free resource. That's an engagement cue. That's for you to comment that you want something, and then we will respond back to you. Okay. And it's not forced. It's like you either want it or you don't, and it's there. And then we can engage with you. Or if you have a question, you can put it there. Or sometimes we'll just ask a very generic question in the video itself. Like, hey, you're watching this right now. I'm pretty sure that you're creating content on YouTube. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you post at least once a week? And then you just let me know that. That's it. That's an easy cue for you to leave a comment. All right. So that's number 4. Number 5, and this is how we were able to add $100,000 through email. We made offers to help people, and we delivered that through email, meaning we messaged people. I can't stress that enough. We want to take people off of the platform because the platform we can't control. What we can control is messaging in an email. And I'm not talking about being obnoxious. I'm talking about delivering real value. Okay. Showing up and giving value, and then, yes, making some offers. So we've helped hundreds of YouTube creators at this point, and we're going to keep doing it. And the thing is you can do this when you have that email list. So once again, another little call to action to the little free resource I got for you. Comment leads and I'll send that resource over to you. All right. And that's how we've been able to get to 100K. But the big secret really that makes this all work is by creating content consistently and being able to do it every single week. But this is where most people struggle. Now, how do you create so much content and stay consistent, Scott? That's what I get asked all the time. Well, guess what? I created a video right here that shows you how we create 3 pieces of content just like this every single week in about an hour. Watch that video next, and I'll see you there. Cut.
Boom. Another one down.
Another one done. There you go. Scott's workday is almost over.
I know. Yeah. Hard work. Real quick, just quick question that came in on what email service do we use? So we are using Kajabi. I know I like guarantee you guys are asking that from all the comment leads and all this, what we're sending you to and all of that. Yeah. So Kajabi is what we're used. Motivational Minister said that he uses Aweber for email marketing, which I know you've used that for years. That was, that was
my first one I ever used.
That was your go-to for a while.
Yep.
He said, is that good enough, or do you suggest something better? Aweber's fine. Yeah. The reason we like Kajabi, and I kind of just did a quick message and just said that, number 1, it's pretty easy to navigate. 2, we like that everything's under one umbrella, so you can do a lot in one area, so you don't have to bounce all around. As far as, your email sequences, you have your trainings, your courses, your coaching, your payments, community now. Like, there's a bunch of things you can do under one umbrella there. And before that, we were using Kit, and so we switched over to
which I love, by the way.
Yeah, which Kit, nothing wrong with Kit either.
No, I use them for years too. I've used them all. I've used them all. But I just wanted something under the same platform that we're doing our courses and that we're doing our community. And like, I want to try to keep everything under one roof if I could.
So long story short, for whatever you're using, you can use anyone. It's not going to, that's not the selling feature. No. That's more of just what's going to help you be able to maintain everything and see where everything's going and, not feel overwhelmed if you have a bunch of different places you got to check in at.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully that answers your question.
All right, cool. We ready to keep on going here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, last one.
Guys, I will, if you didn't know already, I'm in the comments while I'm off camera. So if you have any questions, drop them there. We also might answer a few at the end of this live.
All right, cool. All right, here we go. Let's wrap her up good here. All right, here we go. All right, in this video, I want to share with you what I'm calling the secret weapon for an algorithm-free YouTube channel, and it's not what you think. And here's the truth. The algorithm will get updated and hurt your views. I guarantee that. I've seen it happen. I've been on YouTube now for over 17 years. I've been on Google ranking for SEO and all of our content there as well. And guess what? There's been algorithm updates for years. And whenever we see it, you're going to see some people take advantage of it. Some people will get hit by it. Some won't. And it's frustrating. But guess what? There's a way that we're doing right now that is going to make it where the algorithm doesn't really matter as much, and you can ride those highs and you can stay with the lows. All right. So this is how we protect ourselves. And there's literally one word that I am going to share with you that is the secret, and that is deplatform. So what we want to do is we don't want to only be able to communicate through our YouTube channel and relying on our subscribers seeing it, because we all know if right now we have 36,000 at the time of recording this, we have 36,000 subscribers, and we will post a video and 36,000 people are not able to see that video. I know that for a fact. All right. So we know that we're being suppressed. Now, could that be because, well, the algorithm had a shift recently? Yeah, it could be. But guess what I do have? I have an email list for this channel. Out of that 36,000, we actually had about 15,000 people come over and join our email list. We've had 11,000 of those people over the last 8 months stay active, meaning they are still opening and clicking our emails. So that's pretty impressive. And it's really, it's relieving that we don't have to worry about that algorithm. Sure, do we want to get more views? Of course. But we still know that we can always reach our audience, at least the 11,000 that decided to raise their hand and join our email list. So let me explain here kind of like how this works. I already kind of broke down like, yeah, your subscribers, they're cool and all, vanity metrics, like everyone loves to have, like I've got a silver plaque too. Yes, I have one, but that doesn't mean that you're going to put a lot more money in your bank account either, because you can't reach those people. All right. So how do we deplatform? How do we do it? Well, we build an email list. And let me also just say that if you're building a business, you know the power in building an email list, right? You probably have ran Facebook ads to build your email list. We have in the past, not for this brand, but for other brands. And I've spent as much as $15,000 or more per month building my email list. But guess what? YouTube actually paid us last year $11,000 to build our email list. Unheard of. And that has also allowed us to generate over $100,000 from that email list. Okay. Because we were able to offer them products and services that help them. All right. So let's get into it. There's 5 things I'm going to share with you on how you can also do exactly what I'm talking about. And that is deplatforming or building your email list, building your own audience. All right. So number 1, create videos that help your audience. I know that seems really obvious, but the thing is we want to get super specific on who we are helping, and then we want to help them. And we want to devote all of our attention, all of our content to help those people. All right. It's all about building that audience there first, but then also giving them an opportunity to come over and join your list and become part of your audience over there. You build a deeper relationship. So that's number 1. Number 2 is you want to create a free resource and tell them how to get it. What do I mean by this? Well, right now I'm talking about building an email list. I'm talking about how do you get leads, email leads? How do you get people that are interested to come over to your email list? Well, it just so happens that we created a free resource. And that free resource shows you exactly how we are doing it. We actually taught this to a group of coaches, about 38 of them to be exact. And we spent about 2 hours with them breaking down what we call our steady leads flywheel. And it's what we're using right now. And we've received in one given day, it doesn't happen every day, but we've done it where we've had over 300 emails every single day for like a week. All right. Now, averaging, I would say 30 to 70 is about the average for us. Still pretty good. But in this training, we show you exactly how we're doing it. So if you'd like to get that, just comment leads down below. Once again, comment leads down below. We'll send you that 2-hour training, which is free. And then we'll give you a playbook. It's called our Steady Leads Playbook. I actually printed it. You'll get the digital version, about 25 pages, and it walks you through exactly what we do. So if you want that, just put leads in the comments and we'll send it to you. Now I want to call a little time out here. What I just did right there is exactly what you should be doing also to deplatform people that are interested in what you have to offer. And I don't mean it has to be they have to buy something from you, but they are taking another step, all right, to get a little closer, to learn a little bit more from you. So what I did right there, implement that, all right? That was it in real time, all right? So the third is you want to use your community posts inside of YouTube. This is so underutilized, and you want to get engagement, but you also want to let people know about your free resource. So if you go to our posts inside of our community, you will see there's a mix of, there's surveys, there's quizzes, there's just general questions, and then there's ways for you to get free resources. Join our email list. Okay, it's all there and it works. And if you don't believe me, go check it out. You'll see some of the votes that we got on there as far as like the reaction and stuff. We've got some that are over 1,000, all right, from a post. And that wasn't a video. All right. So really, really powerful stuff. So that's something else that you can do that I think is underutilized. All right. And then number 4 is create consistent content. Even if you feel like you're taking a hit within the algorithm, you got to ride it out. I've seen it happen time and time again. Right now, you might be thinking, yeah, my videos are only getting 25 views, 50 views. We've had those. And guess what? You could have that same video get picked up 3 months, 6 months from now because the algorithm shifted and now all of a sudden you're getting recommended. And now that video goes to 20,000 views or 100,000 views. I've seen it happen personally. So don't give up on those, but stay consistent. And then number 5 is just rinse and repeat. Okay. Most of us just want to give up. We're all guilty of that. I've been guilty of that, but guess what? Whenever I commit to something, I'm going to commit to something. And I encourage you to do the same. Show up consistently, at least once per week. And it doesn't have to be these elaborate videos. They just have to deliver value. And we've been able to do it now to where we're posting 3 videos a week consistently and only spending about an hour a week recording. All right. Now, if you want to see a more in-depth look of what that looks like, maybe you want to go ahead and try that and see if you can create consistent content using that type of strategy. Well, you're in luck. I got a video right here that I recorded that shows you exactly how we do it. Watch that video next, and I'll see you there. Cut. That's a wrap.
Done. He's done for the week. And it's simple as that. So now what he's going to do is we're going to download this, and depending on what you guys do, if you're using StreamYard, you can get the local recordings like we do, so you get better quality. And we can just take those down right away. It'll take out like all these jump cuts of, me and him. It'll just be his whole full frame, me full frame. Mm-hmm. He'll take that, send it to me, and then I take that. Or if you don't have StreamYard and you're just using YouTube, you can download the live stream straight from YouTube, and then you can cut that. The only thing you don't get is the local recording. So whatever quality it recorded in is what you get. But then from there, we go to edit. And what I'm using to edit is Descript. So that's what I recommend as of right now. Not that you have to use that. For me, it helps me do it super quickly. I like a lot of the features. I think it's only getting better with the enhancements of AI and stuff that you can use. I think it's going to be a really good software coming up. But you also don't have to spend money when you're doing this. You could use CapCut, the free version. They got a lot of cool features there too. And really all you're doing is trimming up, trimming stuff up, and then maybe hitting a couple features here and there. I've used ScreenFlow before. I've used it all, iMovie, whatever. So you don't have to get a service either. But I think actually Descript, I think they give you a certain amount, I think like 2 hours free or an hour free.
Yeah, I think they do to test it.
So you can even do that. Another thing, okay, which I don't recommend, but I'm not going to say it's going to hurt because it doesn't. I can't remember what service it is. I want to say it's not Opus, but it's something like that. One of our clients who's killing it right now, he's in the fitness industry. He still has the free version of whatever it is, and there's still a watermark up top, and he's using it, and he still he has 4 videos over 100,000 views. One of them's over 600,000 views within 2 months. And he's averaging 2,000 to 5,000 views a video with a watermark on every one. He has not changed it. Not saying go that route, but it's not gonna. I'm just saying there's ways for you to edit where you don't have to pay money either.
Right.
Anyway, Motivational Minister says, I have StreamYard. Did you say you're able to chop up the video using StreamYard? I don't know if you can. I don't use it. I
think the only thing you can do in StreamYard is you can cut up, like you can not cut it up individually. You would you could trim on the front and the back, I believe. But no, you'd want to bring it into either CapCut or any of them will work. I mean, iMovie would work, StreamYard or ScreenFlow would work. Even any of that stuff will work. It's just what's going to be the best workflow for you. For us, again, it's a very streamlined process. We use StreamYard, we download the recording, then Scotty takes it, he uses the script, and then from there exports. We use Canva for thumbnails. Like that's it. And like I said, guys, we're going to be doing a workshop that's going to break down this and show you like every step along the way, even how we're editing it, thumbnails, all that stuff. If you're interested in attending that, we're going to be opening up. There are going to be tickets available. We're going to have early bird pricing for it as well. If you would like to be a part of that, just comment workshop down below, comment workshop, and then we'll see it. And then we can reach out to you. We'll know that it came from this live stream, and then we can send you the details when we have them. I should be announcing that on this Wednesday. We will be announcing that workshop, which I believe is going to be titled something along the lines of like the 1 hour content magic or something, or 1 hour content magic, something. Cause it is magic, man. I mean, it's like you literally to be able to do what I just did. I'm done. I'm going to hit end here soon. We're going to leave. That video is being processed. It's done. You download that video. And now Scotty's got a raw video to work with, and then he just chops it up, and Wednesdays will be there, and Thursday or Fridays will be there. And then we'll have an extra one in the queue. So we really, really like it.
No, you don't need a special mic or camera. Nope. I would just make sure, the biggest thing, wipe your camera lens before you record. That's it.
Yep.
So it's just not blurry. You can use an iPhone. Guys, a lot of our videos are iPhone. Heck, I was for the longest, and I still would do it if it wasn't I had to keep putting it up there. When I was doing the live streams, I was using my iPhone because you can actually connect your iPhone to your computer as like a external webcam. Yep. So you can do that. I mean, you can. I have one of the cheap little where is it? I don't know where it is, but I have one of the webcams I got on Amazon. I think I got it for like maybe $50 and HD 1080p. So I was like, I mean, you can really use anything.
All right. And the other thing is too, like we've got some cool little hacks too. Like if you were shooting on your iPhone and you didn't like the audio as much, we've got a couple of little tools. One of them is free that'll actually improve it with some AI. So there are some little hacks. We're going to be sharing that stuff on that workshop. But anyway, hopefully this was helpful to you guys. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us for our recording day. And you guys can see, like, I'm not the best speaker. Like I don't say things properly all the time. My wife reminds me of that all the time. And it doesn't really matter as long as you're down or you're conveying your message and you know what you're talking about. Like that's the thing I always try to tell people. Like imagine you're sitting down with a friend and they're asking you questions about something that you really know a lot about. And then that's it. And you just share it. Like I would have broken down those steps, I would have wrote them on a napkin and handed them to my buddy and said, here's what you need to do. Like here it is, back of the napkin, right? So that's what I would say on that. And it looks like Proverbs 31 Fit Woman said workshop, thank you. So yeah, we'll have to, I don't know how we're going to send her anything because once we end this, you can't send people from the replay. So you know what? Proverbs 31 Fit Woman, do me a favor. You guys can always send us an email right here. Scott@livevideoschool.com. So just, if you're interested in that workshop, just message us, Scott@livevideoschool.com. And we'll reply to you once we have the information, but at least it'll let us know that you're interested. And we are going to have some early bird tickets. And we also have, I've got some cool things. And Scotty, I didn't even tell you a couple of the things that I've got brewing here. Got a cool little, I think we're going to give away a gift that's going to be amazing for anyone that attends live. So I got a little thing there. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna make this thing really good.
30 minutes. We'll talk.
Yep. All right, cool. So I think that is it. Yeah. Yeah, cool. So she's gonna, or they're gonna, I don't know if it's, yeah, it is Fit Woman. So thanks, Scott. We'll do. Okay. Yeah. Just send me an email and I will make sure that we get you all the details. All right. And if you guys are on our email list already, you'll be hearing about it because I'll be mentioning it. I'll probably do a little tomorrow. I'll give you guys like a lot of the details, but then Wednesday, I believe tickets are going to be available and we're going to probably have a really good special for like the first 25 people, early bird tickets. And we got some cool things planned. So anyway, that's it. That's going to wrap it up, guys. As always, take care, take action, have an awesome, amazing day, and I'll see you around. Take care, guys.